Hi, I'm David Zobel from D Zobel Illustration, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to read you a story that I wrote and illustrated, and then after that, I'm going to show you how to draw the main character, which is a monster, which is super fun. So let's get into that. I'm going to read this story first. Okay, so the story is called MeMonster. Hi, my name is Landon, and this is MeMonster. We do everything together. Wake up! He helps me wake up in the morning. Breakfast is ready. We make breakfast together. Man, look at all that syrup. MeMonster even helps me with my homework. 1 + 3 = let's eat. Because he's always hungry, right? We love to play soccer together. Go! Art is always more fun with MeMonster. Mess. Oh man, look at all that mess. We love to take baths together. Bubbles. He seems a little bit too big for that bathtub. He is the best at hide and seek. Hide. MeMonster is always there when we build forts. Dark. See, I told you we do everything together. Come on, MeMonster. Let's go. So MeMonster all along was the little boy Landon. And here's some coloring pages that are also available in the book, which we're going to do. We're going to do this coloring page. I'm going to show you how to draw this monster right now. So that was the book. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get into how to draw the main character, MeMonster, which I think is going to be really fun. So let's get back over into it. So we can see if we look at the character here, and we're going to zoom in so we can see this. There we go. So here's the character. But if we really look at this character, it's not much more than just a few handful of shapes, which is what we're going to really kind of get into, right? So the basic shapes are, I'm just going to bring up my video here. The basic shapes are a circle, right? So let's draw this kind of circle that's here. And square for legs, or rectangle really for legs. If we can draw, right? So this shape sometimes is hard for people to draw. So if you can't do that, we can just draw some triangles. And so the hands are really important to be able to draw this. So if we think about it, our thumbs always point in, right? So it's a straight line, then a small kind of semicircle or small little circle, and then like this. If we think about hands, I like to think about hands in this way. Let's erase that. That hands are like mittens. So if I was to draw over top of that, let's get a different color so we can draw over top of that. I would draw right inside of where those mittens land. So now I can draw an appropriate hand that's there, right? So when we look at that, that's what we're looking at. Now, I already did kind of a little drawing over top of this, just so you could see the basic of what this is, right? So this is really, really simplified, but I want you to look at this. I'm gonna still draw with my red here. We basically have this red circle, right? And then we have all those other pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through drawing this really simply, and then we're gonna come back and add some details to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MeMonster. I'm just going to move him over to the side because we're just going to draw right next to him just so we can kind of see the basic. So when we're sketching, I like to sketch. You see I'm going to make some rough shapes here. So we're going to draw a circle, right? So everyone can draw a circle, right? And then we're going to add some feet. We're going to draw the horns. 2 eyes, really simple, just dots. And then the mouth, right? And then the big teeth. That's basically what we're looking at drawing. All right, so let's get into drawing over top of him. I'm gonna continue with, actually, I'm gonna go to black here. And let's draw those basic things and show you how to refine it. So let's go over top with our sketch. We have our circle. We're gonna put a spot for where the legs are gonna go. right? We're going to put a spot where we're going to draw some hands, where this shape is, where the eyes are, and we go with the mouth. So now from here, it's fine tuning. So I a lot of times go with a couple different stages. Once I'm here, I will then go over top. So this is my sketch, right? So now I will go over top of that to add some of these details. Right. So if here is my little sketch that's working, we are now going to fine tune this. Right? So if this is your sketch, I suggest you do that with pencil or something else. Now I like to go in, you can go with a Sharpie. I have a couple more, intricate pens that I like to use. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna kind of detail this out as far as where we're gonna do stuff. Now, I like to draw the hands first, so I know where the setup is. So I'm gonna go ahead over top of where we've put this. And again, I'm gonna draw my thumb. I'm gonna draw, right? So MeMonster has some big hands. So we're gonna draw some big hands that are there. Another thumb. So they're the basic hands. Now I know he has these horns and they're sitting in, there's kind of some things that are around them. So I'm gonna make, watch, so I can make a semicircle there and I'm gonna make two little bumps that are like that. That's what's gonna house, right, these horns. And if you just want to draw them kind of right on top of that, that's totally fine. And then we're going to draw some hair because he has some hair. And so the hair is just kind of like just little waves like that, nothing too fancy. We're going to draw the eyes, just some filled in semicircles. And the mouth. And so I like to draw big teeth. I think that's really fun to draw. And then we're just gonna make his mouth a little bit open, right? To make it look like he's kind of opening his mouth and his teeth are sticking out. So now what we have to do is we have to draw the feet. Now the feet are kind of unique to how I draw feet. And so if we take, right? So if this is like our square that's here, I like to do a couple bumps, right? So do a bump there and a bump there. So really the feet almost look like a 3. So if we can draw 2 3s, we have our little feet that are there. So I'm going to draw one, draw another one, draw one, and another one, draw one, curve over here. And that's basically what our feet are. Now I can do a couple things with the feet. You can see in our example, if we turn that back on, so let's turn these two off. And we look, do you see the feet have these kind of almost semicircle feet that's there? You can do that. You can also simplify this by just doing little semicircles like this, which sometimes I do. Sometimes I draw the deeper ones. And then that's basically it. So all I'm going to do now is we're going to connect this. So I'm going to draw the rest of the body that's here. So then let's turn off our sketch. And there we basically have our MeMonster, right? Which is really exciting to have. So now just looking at some of the stuff, I'm going to connect maybe some of those lines. And now what I'm going to do is adding in some detail. So sometimes, it's just adding in little lines here and there. For the horns, I like to maybe do something that's like that. Do a couple lines here. Bring some lines in here. Again, I'm just kind of going over some of those places. It starts to look like folds and other things that are kind of going on with it. And then, right, if I had the time, I'd kind of color in here. And we color in there. Maybe there's a couple little extra lines here and there. And that's our basic idea for our monster. So pretty basic shapes to start. Some circles, some triangles, some rectangles, and there you have a monster. So that's the basic understanding and basic drawing of MeMonster. So I hope you enjoyed this little reading of the book and then drawing with some monsters. If you like these tutorials or want to see more monster tutorials, I'm adding more always. Right now I have this one, and then I'm going to add some 3 others about some basics of drawing monsters so we can get that basic. And then I plan to do a whole lot more. So please come back. Please share with me if you've drawn this MeMonster and you want to see what it looks like. Please share with me in the comments, in the post, so I can see what it looks like, because I'm really excited about that. I love monsters. I love this character, and I hoped you enjoyed hearing this and participating just as much as I did doing it. All right, I will see you next time.